Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to our channel. Hey everyone. Before we dive into today's fascinating topic, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest content. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around until the very end of this video because we're revealing something absolutely mind-blowing about BTS Jimin's visuals that beauty experts have been analyzing for years. And wait until you hear what happened just last week that proves his visual impact is more powerful than ever. So let's get started. Have you ever wondered why Jimin's appearance literally stops people in their tracks? Why every time he steps out of an airport, the internet breaks? Why his face has become one of the most studied in modern pop culture? Well, today we're breaking down the science, the artistry, and the undeniable magnetism behind Jimin's hypnotic visuals. This isn't just about being handsome, this is about understanding what makes someone's appearance so captivating that it becomes a global phenomenon. And by the way, just last week on February 2, 2026, Jimin appeared at Incheon International Airport with BTS for their first group departure in 5 years, and guess what happened? He was carrying a Dior Normandy tote bag from their summer 2025 collection, priced at $8,700, and within hours, it was completely sold out on Dior's official website. This is what we call the Jimin effect, and it's exactly what we're going to explore today. Let's start with the foundation, the science of facial proportions. Beauty experts and plastic surgeons have long used something called the golden ratio, a mathematical proportion of 1.618, to analyze facial harmony. Now, here's something crucial to understand. Recent comprehensive studies from 2024 have concluded that the golden ratio isn't a strict rule for beauty, it's more of a guideline. According to research published in medical journals, while exact mathematical ratios may not be universal, proportional relationships absolutely matter for perceived attractiveness. When analyzing Jimin's face, experts have noted something remarkable. According to facial analysis data, his face scores exceptionally high in overall harmony, with one independent analysis giving him a 9.05 out of 10. But what does that actually mean? It means his facial features work together in a balanced way. His low facial adiposity, which means minimal facial fat, allows his natural bone structure, particularly his cheekbones and jawline, to remain clearly defined. This creates what experts call visual clarity. His eyes, which are described as having a deep, rich color, are set at a width that suggests tolerance and openness according to facial reading principles developed by Australian people reader Alan Stevens. The distance between Jimin's eyebrows and his eyes falls in the middle range, indicating someone who values both social connection and personal space. His full lips, which are plush and well-proportioned, are associated in facial analysis with generosity and emotional expressiveness. And here's something fascinating, people with fuller upper lips, like Jimin, are often perceived as more generous with their words and actions. His philtrum, that's the vertical groove between the nose and upper lip, is on the longer side, which according to Stevens' research, is associated with a sense of humor and charisma. Does that explain the Jimin effect? Quite possibly. But hold on, because there's so much more to this than just bone structure and proportions. Let's talk about symmetry, because this is where things get really interesting. Facial symmetry is often associated with beauty because it suggests genetic health and developmental stability. However, and this is important, no human face is perfectly symmetrical, and sometimes minor asymmetries actually add character and uniqueness to a person's appearance. What makes Jimin's face particularly captivating isn't perfect symmetry, it's balanced asymmetry. His features harmonize in a way that feels both approachable and striking. Recent research shows that while Western cultures tend to favor facial proportions aligned with certain mathematical ideals, beauty standards vary significantly across cultures. What's universal, however, is the appreciation for balance, harmony, and the unique way individual features combine. Jimin's oval face shape, wider cheekbones, and curved jawline create what experts call a youthful and polished appearance. His skin tone and texture, which are uniformly smooth, contribute significantly to the overall visual impact. And let's be real, in an industry where appearance is scrutinized constantly, maintaining skin quality is no easy feat. Now let's shift gears and talk about something that amplifies his visual appeal exponentially: his stage presence and movement. Jimin isn't just standing there looking pretty, he's a trained contemporary dancer who graduated as the top student from Busan High School of Arts. He's classically trained in contemporary dance, popping, and locking. World-renowned choreographers and dance professors have praised his abilities. Professor Oh Ju-yun from San Diego State University, who wrote a book on K-pop dance, specifically highlighted Jimin's modern dance skills, noting that his ability to incorporate various dance genres into K-pop has made him a force to be reckoned with worldwide. Rolling Stone India selected his song Lie as one of the 8 unforgettable contemporary dance performances by K-pop stars, praising how he blends contemporary and popping styles while conveying deep emotions through facial expressions, even while blindfolded. Think about that for a second. He performed a complex choreography blindfolded at Mama 2016 with J-Hope, hitting every beat with perfect synchronization. His body control, his ability to execute high jumps using ballet foundations, his fluid movements that seem to defy gravity, all of this contributes to why people can't look away when he's on stage. His dancing isn't just technical perfection, it's storytelling through movement. When he performs Black Swan, he embodies the concept fully. When he dances to Fire, he brings sharp, powerful energy. His versatility across dance styles, from elegant contemporary to intense hip-hop, means he can transform his entire presence based on the concept. This adaptability is rare and incredibly captivating. Here's where psychology comes into play. Why do people find certain faces magnetic? Research in facial perception shows that humans prefer attractive faces from early infancy, and this preference is robust across age, gender, and ethnicity. But attractiveness isn't just about individual features, it's about how we process and respond to faces. Cognitive research tells us that after exposure to many faces, we form mental prototypes or averages. We tend to find these average faces more attractive because they're easier for our brains to process. Jimin's facial proportions align closely with what researchers call optimized averageness, meaning his features hit that sweet spot where they're distinctive enough to be memorable but harmonious enough to be universally appealing. His deep-colored eyes, according to facial reading analysis, indicate natural charisma and high levels of personal magnetism. People with deeper, richer eye colors are often perceived as more charismatic. Add to this his decisive and action-driven personality, suggested by his eyelid structure, and you have someone whose face literally tells a story before they even speak. His wider set eyes indicate tolerance and patience. His slender face shape suggests thoughtfulness. Every element combines to create not just visual appeal, but an entire personality impression that draws people in. But we can't ignore the cultural moment we're living in. Right now, in early 2026, BTS is preparing for their massive comeback. On March 20th, they're releasing their new album titled Arirang, their first group album since 2022. Jimin announced back in November 2025 that they had just finished recording it. The group is launching their first world tour in 4 years, spanning 82 shows across 34 cities throughout 2026 and 2027, starting in South Korea in April. Netflix is streaming their comeback concert on March 21st and releasing a documentary called BTS The Return on March 27th. This is massive. And Jimin, who completed his mandatory military service in June 2025, has been dominating charts even during the hiatus. His second solo album Muse has been on Billboard's World Albums chart for 80 consecutive weeks as of February 2026, making it the first and only K-pop solo album to achieve this record. His title track Who spent 79 weeks on Billboard's global chart, the longest charting K-pop solo song without collaboration. Just last month, in January 2026, Who ranked number 1 in the world song voting with over 56,000 votes. What does all of this success have to do with his visuals? Everything. Because in the entertainment industry, visual appeal opens doors, but it's the combination of talent, presence, and that indefinable magnetism that keeps people paying attention. Let's talk about styling and presentation, because this is where visual impact gets amplified. Jimin's team understands color theory, facial structure, and how to enhance his natural features. His intense eyeshadow looks often match his hair or outfit, creating visual cohesion that draws the audience's gaze even from a distance. His hairstyles, from blonde to black to various colors, are chosen to complement his oval face shape and bring out different aspects of his features. Blonde hair creates a prince-like appearance, creating contrast with his skin tone and highlighting his facial features differently than dark hair. His fashion choices, whether it's high-end luxury brands like Dior, where he serves as a brand ambassador, or stage outfits designed for maximum visual impact, are never accidental. Everything is calculated to create a complete visual package. His makeup isn't just for looking good, it's strategic. When performing on large stages, those intense eyeshadow looks ensure his expressions are visible even from the back row. The contouring highlights his already well-defined features. The lip colors draw attention to his expressive mouth. It's visual storytelling through styling. Now, here's something really important to understand about the psychology of attention and visual processing. When we see someone whose features are harmoniously balanced, our brains process that face more easily, and easy processing feels good. This is called processing fluency, and it's a well-documented phenomenon in cognitive psychology. But Jimin's appeal goes beyond just easy processing. There's an element of fascination, of wanting to look closer, that comes from the combination of harmony and distinctiveness. His features are balanced but not bland. They're memorable. Research shows that faces that combine averageness with some distinctive features are often rated as most attractive. Too average and you're forgettable. Too distinctive and you might be polarizing. The sweet spot is exactly where Jimin's face lands. His eyes are distinctive in their depth and expressiveness. His lips are fuller than average but not extreme. His jawline is defined but not harsh. Every feature hits that balance point. And when you add movement, personality, and artistic expression, you get someone whose presence is absolutely magnetic. When he's performing, his facial expressions convey emotion so clearly that you feel what the song is about even without understanding the lyrics. His smile can light up an entire stadium. His serious expressions during intense choreography add depth and intensity. This emotional expressiveness through facial features is what separates someone who is merely attractive from someone who is truly captivating. Let me share something that really drives this home. Beauty isn't universal or objective. It's shaped by cultural context, personal preference, and individual characteristics. The golden ratio reflects primarily Western aesthetic ideals, while other cultures have different preferences. But what transcends cultural boundaries is the recognition of harmony, balance, and expressiveness. These are qualities that humans across all cultures respond to. Jimin's global appeal isn't because he conforms to one culture's beauty standard, it's because his combination of balanced features, emotional expressiveness, and artistic talent creates a package that resonates universally. When he performs, dancers from all backgrounds praise him. When he appears in public, people from all cultures respond. This isn't about fitting a template, it's about authentic presence combined with natural aesthetics. Recent facial analysis technology has shown that while certain proportions are generally found attractive, they don't strictly adhere to any single mathematical formula. Beauty is far more complex than one equation can capture. And this is why Jimin's visuals work so powerfully, because they represent that complex intersection of proportion, expressiveness, cultural moment, styling, and genuine talent. So what's the final takeaway here? Why does Jimin's appearance consistently capture global attention? It's not one thing, it's everything working together. It's facial proportions that align with principles of harmony and balance. It's expressive features that convey emotion and personality. It's years of dance training that creates graceful, confident movement. It's strategic styling that enhances natural features. It's the cultural moment of BTS's unprecedented success. It's his personal charisma and work ethic that shine through. It's the Jimin effect in action, where one airport appearance can sell out an $8,700 bag in hours. It's Billboard records that prove sustained global appeal. It's the way experts across fields, from dance professors to facial analysts to fashion brands, recognize something special. Beauty experts reveal that the secret isn't really a secret at all. It's the rare combination of natural aesthetics, cultivated talent, authentic expressiveness, and perfect timing. Jimin's hypnotic visuals work because every element, from his bone structure to his stage presence, works in harmony to create an unforgettable impression. And as BTS prepares for their massive 2026 comeback with the Arirang album and world tour, we're about to witness the Jimin effect on an even larger scale. The world hasn't seen all 7 members together on stage in years. The anticipation is massive. And Jimin's visual impact will undoubtedly be part of what makes this comeback unforgettable. So there you have it, the science, the artistry, and the undeniable magnetism behind Jimin's visuals. If you found this deep dive fascinating, make sure to smash that like button, drop a comment below telling us what aspect of Jimin's appeal you find most captivating, share this video with fellow ARMY, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we'll be covering more about BTS's comeback journey as March 20th approaches. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Annyeong!